John saw, so I was helping port information because John had a copy from Rudy. God bless Rudy. God rest, Rudy and uh, uh, Bernie Carrick. Bernie, God rest Bernie Carrick's soul. Bernie had given it to him, so I had access because of Ron Scott going to JP. So I
Mhm.
was bridging real time verification for John Solomon. So John would say, Tony, I need to verify this is on the original. So I would go out and help bridge that. So my point to you, Thom, is we knew it was real. We were
Yeah.
trying our best to get it out there, and yet these 51, it was actually 56 because four others
No,
didn't
it
have their
was
name on
60. It was 60 because there were
60.
nine. There were nine anonymous or that were anonymous.
Yeah.
It was 60 total.
Yeah. So that's the point. It's like there were
Yeah.
more. But anyway,
I got
but
another thing to
go ahead.
think about, Tony, on
Yeah.
this. I got another thing to think about with this laptop thing
Go
that
ahead.
people are
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing that people are missing. My understanding is that Hunter Biden turned in several laptops that were water damaged. 3. So let me ask you a question, Tony. How do 3 of your laptops all get so water damaged that they won't turn on? How does that happen?
Well, I have theories. I think.
My feeling
Go
is
ahead.
somebody threw them in the pool or
Yeah.
somebody threw them in the tub,
Yeah.
okay, to try and
Yeah.
prevent it from ever coming out because and the only reason that would happen is because Hunter probably threatened that he was going to release the information or go public or whatever, and his girlfriend, the wife former of his brother, somebody, I don't know, somebody took all of his laptops
And threw them in the
and
water.
threw them in a
Yeah.
pool or threw them in a toilet or something to try
Yeah.
and prevent that information from ever coming out. And
Yeah.
so they knew they were in trouble if that ever came out. And I believe the only reason that you would do that is if somebody had threatened with releasing the information.
And another thing, let me add to your pile of things you probably should follow up on
Mhm.
is why did Joe Biden keep highly classified documents in his garage next to his
Mm.
Corvette? Well, because they were giving him a Hunter Biden to sell. Hunter Biden was the bagman, and that's why they had that stuff up in Delaware. It wasn't because Joe was just a feeble. It's because they were using that to make money. That was Hunter's job is to sell that stuff.
I, Tony, I always ask, I love asking people like you this question because, and publicly we can ask this question and in your whole life of handling, and as you know, we sit in desks that are immersed in TSSEI information,
Oh my
war
God!
plans,
Yeah,
everything.
I've worked in skiffs within skiffs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how many times in your life, your whole military career, your civilian career, everything, did you ever like mishandle classified information to a point where you didn't know that you had top secret information in your garage or some shit like that?
Never.
Never, ever,
No.
never happened.
And and you and I both have been in circles where you have to handle it. I've had to personally move
Yep,
beyond top secret code word information in secure satchels.
correct.
And it was done a certain way. I don't want to go into all the details because to give away how we do it, but suffice to say, there's ways of doing this, and everything is 100% accounted for.
Correct.
Just
And
saying.
so
So
when you have somebody like Joe Biden, Dementia Joe, running around with piles and piles of classified information in his car, in his garage, in his storage units, and all this kind of crazy stuff, there's no way you don't know that you have that. It's impossible. And there is just simply no way. The only way they can get away with telling that lie is because the American people don't understand how controlled
exactly.
those items are. You
Yeah.
know, they're very highly controlled. Now, I could see like in say the situation with Trump with Mar-a-Lago, right? A lot of times these guys do get lots and lots of information. It's in a filing cabinet. The staffers pick it up. They put it in the thing. Clearly, we need probably some better custodial control or when the executive leaves the White House. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that Trump ever knew it was even there. But
Yeah.
Biden
I
would
agree.
have known. But Biden
Oh
would
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Biden would have
So,
known.
and again, we could do another deep dive on this some other time, but let's get back to the story regarding Brennan. So Brennan freaks out pokes you in the chest, and he walks out. And of course, the rest is history. So first, two things. First off, good on you. God bless you for having the courage to ask the first question. And secondly, to let Satan's left testicle, John Brennan, poke you in the chest. Just saying. So,
well, a lot, I get a lot of, there's a lot of Twitter out there like, oh, I would have punched him out and all this stuff.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
But I just laughed because it was, I knew the minute I got his emotional reaction that I had him. Like I had him, and I had my answer. I had my answer that he was scared, that he knew what he had done was wrong. I'll leave. I don't know how much time we have left on here. I didn't really look
as much as you. Well, I want to
check this out.
Do about an hour, about 20 minutes. Yeah. So keep going.
But check this out. Check this out. I've been saying this from the very beginning when it all started to come out, that what you and I believed, counterintelligence investigation, Crossfire, Hurricane, etc., have became realized by the American people that this happened.
Yeah.
And even before that happened, I was saying, why would they do this? Why would the senior intelligence professionals tasking all of their minions to do this, the Carter Page stuff, running sources with 5 eyes, bumping Trump administration folks, and why would they do that? And here's the answer. This is the thing that the American people really need to understand about these guys, because I believe a lot of these guys really, in their mind, they thought they were doing the right thing for the country, even though they knew they were doing something shady. In their minds, they thought they were doing something right. But the reason they did it is because they didn't expect Trump to win in 2016. And had he not won, had Hillary Clinton won, we would have never known any of this ever happened, because counterintelligence investigations are so compartmentalized that only the agents running it and the leadership over them know that the investigation is even being conducted. So the investigation would have all just disappeared. Yep. So all of their efforts to stop him, to hamstring his campaign, to hurt him, etc., it was off-co, and they knew they were doing it, and they didn't expect him to win. And when he did, that's why they all ran back to their desks and started covering their ass and writing emails to each other, trying to make up excuses. And that's why they had to go through the Mueller investigation, because they had to basically protect themselves from what is happening now, which is a prosecution, likely prosecution, indictment and prosecution for seditious conspiracy against the president. And I have said from the very beginning, Tony, all of this could have been avoided. All of this could have been avoided if Jim Comey had walked into the Trump administration the day Trump won and said, Mr. President, we effed up. We didn't think you were going to win. And we did some stuff that is unconstitutional. And I'm resigning. And here's everything. What we did was wrong. And we it got out ahead of us. We didn't know what we were getting into, but you're the president now. And the right thing to do is for us to come clean. And whether you tell the American people or not is up to you. You're the president. They could have come clean, Tony. And instead what they did was they doubled down and they perpetrated this whole thing against him with the Mueller investigation and the thing. And it's just, my main concern, and then this goes to sort of the executive order that I've been working on and promoting with the administration.
We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah.
But the bottom line is that the American people, because of everything that has happened over the last about 10 years or so, 10 years, because it would have started in about early 2016. Right. What has happened is the FBI in particular, the FBI in cooperation with the CIA, but mostly run by the FBI, they have damaged the reputation of our government with the American people.
If you like that clip, there's more. There's always more on ColonelTonyShaffer.com. Go sign up. Get all of our exclusive content and deep dives and conversations. We'll be doing a lot more. We'll be having great guests. You'll want to be there for all of it. So again, ColonelTonyShaffer.com. Sign up today, and you will be an exclusive member in an exclusive circle.